Hello everyone, due to the massive gear changes coming soon, I figured it would be best if we did another gearing up guide. So, let's get started, shall we? Now let's start off by looking at the changes and then setting up our gearing strategy so that we can have all of that shiny loot. In 5.4 you won't need to have nearly as much rep to buy the epic 522 items, and they will cost a lot less valor. The older epic valor items can be bought at any rep level and now cost justice points. On the downside, transferring honor and justice is a lot less worthwhile, seeing as it's now 500 to 250. And of course there are flexible raids coming up as well. So let's look at how to gear up with all of these changes. I know you hate dailies, but if you want to gear up fast, you will need to just grit your teeth and do it anyway. You want to do the Thunder Isle dailies for several reasons. First off, you want to use the lesser charms to buy the tokens from the quest giver in your faction's hub of the Vale, and you also want to get the epic keys, which you can hand into the NPC in the cave to get into the loot scenario, and once in the loot scenario, you can open the chests and race through the place to get more tokens, mainly for older raid content, but they will still help. So now you have some tokens. These are world bosses, so your item level does not matter at all. Just run in there in the spec you want gear for, and with your loot spec set to the same spec so that you can get a chance at loot from the boss, and then from your coin. Also remember to loot the Shar of Anger if it's your first time killing it, so you can get some shiny boots. You'll replace them soon, so don't worry about polishing them too much. You might also want to follow the quest line of the Baron's invasion so that you can get more shiny boots. Wow, you really have a thing for shoes, don't you? After that, maybe you want to do the weekly for some VPs and a Radical Mojo, which you can use to get some 489 gear, but unless they improve the gear it gives you, I'm not sure I'd bother. Now you really want to get your item level high enough for the entry level LFR, so if your boots aren't enough, then it's time to whip out your gold purse and buy some gear to bump your item level up enough for Mogushan Vaults. And if you don't want to spend the cash, then you can do scenarios and dungeons and get gear from that. But more importantly, you can use the justice points to get some epics, and you can also get a bit of valor, which you may want to use on the highest level items. I know that the cost of 522 VP gear has gone down, but if you want to be raiding the new raid, you need to have new raid gear. So rather spend the VPs on quality rather than quantity. You'll upgrade the gear later too. Now during the course of all this, make sure to start the legendary quest as well, and start moving down that as you gear up. Do the LFR and use the coins you got from the loot scenario to roll until your item level starts getting higher. Keep doing all the low level LFR, keep in mind that you can do it as much as you want and really farm that gear with your coins. You cannot loot the same LFR boss more than once a week, but you can coin them more than once, which means insta-gear! Once you're done with the lower level LFR, move up to the Throne of Thunder. At the same time, pick up your quests from the quest giver in your faction's hub in the Vale for the heroic scenario, and when you're ready, grab some guildies and go do one for the quest. You can always do more if you need more VPs. With your gear getting pretty damn good, you'll want to hop into flexible raids with pugs or guildies or robotic spiders from Mars so that you can get more gear, though seeing as it's still PTR, while doing this video, I can't quite know how the flex raids will work. I hope you enjoyed this guide, and if you did, then let me know by hitting that like button and posting a comment, and of course, subscribe for more videos. Cheerio.